And we're live.
Yeah. What's good, people? It's your boy Icarus Gray.
And it's your homeboy Wordplay TJ.
And this is the No Rhyme or Reason podcast, where we talk about everything.
Everything for no reason at all.
We back.
We didn't talk about this last week, but this mixtape came out. And it's called Alligator Bites Never Heal by Doechii. Long time ago, we talked about Doechii, especially when her sort of big debut single came out, and we reviewed this on that channel. So go back and watch that video where we talked about Doechii at length. And at the time, we believed that there was something there. There was something important, impactful about Doechii that we couldn't put our finger on. And now is the time where that sort of flower is kind of opening and revealing it itself. And so today we're going to talk about the themes, our favorite track, and the arbitrary rating of Alligator Bites Never Heal, the mixtape from Doechii. I think that helps us roll into our themes. And so as you were listening to this project, and you've heard it for longer than I have, what kind of stood out to you?
What stood out to me was introspection, but a knowledge of the industry and TikTok rap that I've never seen with like any other artist in this era of like very short songs. Even with the Tierra Whack album came out, and I love that album. This album takes the short song and makes it like Super Saiyan or an upper level of Ultra Instinct or something, if you will.
What do you think came first? Like, this is a chicken and egg conversation. Do you think the short song for Doechii came first? Or you think that because people love short songs that Doechii blew up?
I think the strategy came first, because she has so many singles, and when she talks about being a TikTok rapper and how the label wanted her to make this type of song, I think it came from the structure that the label kind of has like pushed her in the past 2 years.
Yeah.
And therefore, she found a way to excel in that space.
Yeah. I also think, based off of interviews that I've heard, she was discovered on TikTok. That's how TDE came about signing her. Essentially, they wanted to keep that momentum.
Yeah.
I believe that Doechii is much more dynamic than TikTok gives her credit. You know what I mean? And I would go out on a limb and say that Doechii is one of the most dynamic artists in about 10 or 15 years.
I agree. And I think the theming of introspection that she has, which stands out so much more than I think a lot of the other artists. We talked about Big Sean in that way, Schoolboy Q, Ab-Soul, like all of these different albums that have like released and have been introspective. But I think she does it in a way that actually paints a full picture, in a way that kind of doesn't leave you wanting, but also feels good musically.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of points on Rhapsody's album where it can get deep and heavy. And while I like that, I like Doechii's approach of kind of like brightening it up in a certain way. Like, it doesn't feel we're sinking in, some sort of depression.
It's almost like she's not, this is not a knock to any other artist, but there's often a very, there's a simplicity to artists where they feel sort of monotone on a record.
Yeah.
And I'm even guilty of it as an artist. And so like her ability to kind of bounce back and forth, not only in tone, but genre and inflection. She's able to evoke a lot of different emotions in the midst of a 2-minute like interaction.
Yeah, I like how she's taken her Nicki Minaj and Lauryn Hill influences, which she's talked about, and made them her own. You can hear those Nicki inflections, but you use it to your benefit. It's not just this. I think like when Nicki uses it, sometimes it can be like a gimmick or a character.
Yeah.
Whereas Doechii using it emphasizes an actual emotion, like we're saying, and gives a bit more life to the song to where you're like actually drawn in. Plus, I think the theming is I know a lot about rap.
Yeah.
For real.
She's the closest to Missy of this generation. Then that is not a gimmick. Yeah. A lot of people are speculating about what this will do for TDE. Like, what do you think about that?
I mean, I think it kind of skyrockets them to that label of you just don't have misses. For everything I think they went through with Reason. I think Reason isn't on TDE no more. One of the artists
he
left.
Stepped away.
But like Reason still had dope tracks. I don't think they necessarily missed. I think there was just like an issue of when TDE goes to get you, the album is going to be like perfectly curated. It's going to frustrate you. It's going to make you mad because you're going to be ready to drop. You're going to be ready to release. And they're sending you back to the drawing board. They're sending you back to add another layer. They're sending you back to cultivate what it is you're trying to say more. And in that, they're cultivating, I think, like this culture of, okay, you signed me. I'm going to show you why you signed me.
Yeah, it's the perfect blend of business and creativity.
Yeah.
And artist development, which is it's not in existence anymore.
Also, this is the answer to the Tyler Creator situation. If you are an artist who just thinks about a quick buck or thinks about all these different things, Doechii is the model that I would follow.
Yeah.
Because it shows having your brand or having your plan in regards to if somebody comes calling, what do you do next? Doechii's whole thing in this mixtape / album, whatever it is.
It's an album.
It's an album.
Let's be real.
It has 100% shown that she knew exactly where she wanted to go, how she wanted to get there, how she wanted to like show that I'm not just a pop singer. I can rap. I rap for real. And I can still stand on, all of the aggression and stuff that I think comes with
standing on business.
TDE hip hop, standing on business,
Do you think this is saving anybody?
I think this did save TDE for me. Not that I think that they were like on a Titanic sinking, but I think the Kendrick leaving, doing PG Lang, like kind of made it feel like there was like a rift. What I think ended up happening is with this album, it just shows that TDE knows what they're doing. And this is one of the artists that I think is going to push forward and propel forward the label even further than they've been. Now we get into what I think is the hardest part.
Controversy.
The favorite song. Mm-hmm. What you got?
Good luck.
What you got? No, you going first. I refuse. I refuse.
My favorite song is Catfish.
You thief.
Why? So why would it be good for you? That's a
Well, technically I was gonna have to like combine them because Denial is a River into Catfish is insane because she has this it's the way she uses, like I said, on Catfish she does like an old dirty bastard kind of thing towards the end in terms of the way she's going back and forth with the storytelling of talking about her life. And then you get into Catfish where she's doing this Busta Rhymes thing. And I'm like, yo, this is nuts. But it's dope. And it's very, very, very exciting and dives very well into the setting she's given us. But off of that, since I technically would have had to put them together, if I'm not putting them together, I'd probably go with Skip. Because
What about it?
The Texas sample, the 25 lighters on my dresser. Like,
okay.
I love that, bro. I love the honesty of like, cause this 3-song run, bro. Because she talks about Denial is a River, and then she's going into drug use and all sorts of stuff. You go into Catfish, then you go to Skip, where it's like, I ain't got a problem.
Yeah.
So
with Catfish, for me, it was the use of the chorus and the sort of evenness of the verses, so they kind of blend together. The chorus is very catchy. It's a great hook, and then the verses are very short, which is impactful. They're not crazy long. They're 8 bars, and so she's in and out very quickly. And so I think you got 12 bars on the first one and 8 on the next. This is efficiency in songwriting, and And so that's why Catfish stood out to me. The sonics of it, so the instrumental also stood out, and so it pulled me in.
Let's get to these arbitrary ratings. And this week, you go first.
I will give this 5 out of 5 Crocodile Hunter.
Dundee?
No, Steve Irwin.
Oh. I got 5 out of 5 Florida Gators. 5 out of 5 Florida Gators.
I thought you would have said like 5 out of 5 Lacoste logo.
No one likes Lacoste. No, I would never.
But it's a great way to like image.
Fine, 5 out of 5 Lacoste logos that no one wears.
Nice.
But here it works because 5 out of 5. Yeah.
But we do want to say rest in peace.
The Fatman Scoop. Rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan. It's been a couple. The past couple weeks for hip hop have been pretty sad. But Fatman Scoop was like one of the greatest voices I think in hip hop.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the stuff that he did with Missy. I enjoyed him being on the Slaughterhouse album. Such a powerful dude. He will be missed. And also, rest in peace, Rich Homie Quan. Another one of those great songwriters that I think for Atlanta, when you have a songwriter of that caliber, it's a huge loss. Fam was only 34. And I just, I pray for Atlanta. I pray for all the different writers. I pray for all these artists out here that are just trying to make it day by day, man. But much respect to them.
So Georgia's hurting this week. So, rest in peace, Fatman Scoop. Rest in peace, Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah.
And rest in peace to the students.
Yeah.
And the faculty, the folks that were murdered and injured at the Appalachia High School
man.
in Georgia.
But y'all, keep your head up. Like, allow the music to heal you. Hopefully, we're giving you something to kind of take you away from all those burdens and give you something to say that you matter, you're enough, and we'll see you guys in the next one. A 1 and a 2 and a peace.